So excuse me if I'm rambling. This is really just to alert people who may not know or not even be familiar with Doug. Essentially, Doug ran a YouTube channel, Dazed. He was in the cult for quite a long time. He escaped a while ago and has since then dedicated himself to really educating people about brainwashing and how pervasive the cult is and hurting people in their front groups. A very combative guy, but also a very interesting style. He's very laid back, a lot of cigarettes in his mouth, but very ferocious fighter against the church. And his viewpoint may be a little strange. He actually felt a lot of sympathy for people in Scientology. He considered them victims. But for the leadership, he considered those people very evil, manipulative, and disgusting. And I don't disagree with him there. His viewpoint is we should try to be careful with the people in Scientology. We're trying to help them. It's really the leadership that is the most really disturbing part of the cult. And he called it a cult. I'm a little bit more analytic. I try to be a little bit more respectful, but he was very brutal, very, very honest, very passionate. He also didn't just expose Scientology. He exposed a lot of other cults. He had a kind of Hollywood background. He was an actor. He's been in a few big things, actually. I don't recognize him, and I'm pretty obsessive in looking at films and television, but I will try to look him up and do some clips as a tribute. So, very, very sad news, but yes, it is official. His family checked up on him. He is dead. The reason it took a little while is apparently, and I'm not from California, so I don't know this, but getting the police to do, quote, a wellness visit is apparently very hard, so it just took a while to get official confirmation. It is very sad. At this point in time, I don't think we know the cause of the death. We can speculate it was a health issue or mental health issue, but we really don't know. We also don't know if the church was involved, and unfortunately, I saw this a couple weeks ago, there is very strong evidence of just a lot of people, while they're in the church or when they leave the church immediately, they just disappear. We don't know what happened to him. So hopefully Doug died peacefully, not painfully, and he led a full life. He was only 50, but had quite a full life, as he explores in his videos. And thankfully we have tons of interviews with people he worked with, so we have no shortage of things with him. But it is sad. He was just really getting an audience just now, and he has a lot of great stories, and his personality and style is, yes, it's combative. It may be a little divisive, but his integrity you can never question. You can definitely criticize his particular methods or interpretations, but where he's coming from was always very heartfelt. He's always very joyful. I could only catch him a few times on the chat, but he was always very responsive, very nice, very caring. It's a very sad passing. Rest in peace, Doug. You will be missed.
The internet one day, like a Doug Scott Kramer page that they've made, and some like a bunch of lies made up about you.
I don't really. Here's the thing, Andrew. I'm not against Scientologists or Scientology. I'm not attacking them personally. L. Ron Hubbard's the one that created this. Well, even he didn't create it, but let's just say he's the founder. And like I said earlier, most of them are victims. So I personally, since I lived it, I understand how it works. My whole channel is basically about breaking down how the trap is done.